Hey guys, I decided to do a video on jar spells because I love a good jar. You can feed jars as well. So tonight I'm going to teach about jar spells 101. I'm going to break down the magical timing of it, and it's a lot of information. So guys, save this video or get your pens out. I'm going to drop some gems and make it a little easier for you to understand about jar spells, jar rituals. All right, guys, so jar spells are also known as container spells. They're known as bottle spells. They're also known as sugar jars and sour jars. Also ammonia jars. You can use any glass containers or any glass jars. This is because you can channel your energy to the jar. It is a very, very old form of magic or root working or practitioner work, so to speak. You can do it for loved ones or for love or to sour someone's life up. You can do it for return to sender, reversing curses. You can put stuff in there for abundance and prosperity. And I would burn it on a new moon or money days such as Thursdays or Sundays. That's the typical thing. It is not just for baneful magic, y'all. Everybody think a good jar is for baneful. Well, I'm gonna put you in a jar. It is not also just for hoodoo honey jars either. Don't just be focused on love, but be focused on everything inside of a spell jar. All right, you can draw on it or whatever you need to do. I always look up sigils, and sigils, I keep a permanent marker handy whenever I'm doing any kind of works, because you can draw sigils. You can take hexes. Some people, you can paint the jar black to do baneful magic or spells with them. Lemons are used to sour a situation. So lemon juice, lemon, ammonia. Right here, ammonia. You can use the yellow or the white. I got this from Walmart for like $2.50. Be careful with the ammonia though. You can use vinegar as well to sour a situation. It's a couple of steps that I'm going to go over with you to cast your own bottle spell or your own jar spell, whatever you call it. Or you can go to my site to purchase one from me and just feed it when you receive it. I only ship out honey jars and sweetening jars, y'all. I do not send out ammonia jars or vinegar jars or sour jars. That's just, I don't do that. So let's talk about step one. The first step is defining your reasoning of what it is that you want to manifest and the reason you want to do one. Simple. Your intent should be extremely specific. You have to be extremely focused and precise. You also have to be realistic. Come on, y'all, no fairy tales, because magic is not about no damn fairy tales. It's about real life things. Be realistic with your work. Be mindful. Make sure the goals are intentions, that they are attainable. No Harry Potter type of magic. This is not microwavable magic. This is real life shit. It's realistic, because it is not the time for Harry Potter at the moment. That's TV. This real life. Also, be ethical in your own right and clear to you. Be ethical and clear to yourself, meaning to me, there is no right or wrong or light and dark. Don't let nobody make you feel bad, but be ethical to yourself, meaning let it be justified. It's your own spiritual ethics and your own actions. So once your intent is determined, you can then begin your own jar spell. Now listen to this, y'all. I do client works. Other than jar spells, I do candle rituals for a lot of people. And I never really ask questions. I need to know what's going on, yes. But if it's justified for you, it's all right with me. It is not on me to decide what's justified in your mind. But sometimes, if y'all crazy and batshit, I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't want to do this work. But most of the time, I don't have to go through that, because you have an understanding that it's not justified for me. It is for you, your desire, your intent, your petition. That's just it. I just perform the work, okay? Step number 2, choose what vessel you want to put your spell in. What vessel? Baby jars are great. Sometimes you can find baby jars 6 for $1. Mason jars are absolutely wonderful. I have all sizes. This is a large size. This is a small size here. This is another size jar that I have. Here go one right here that I usually put tinctures in. This is great as well. I do find all of my jars at sometimes the Hobby Lobby. It's very useful. It is a great place to go if you have one in your area. Goodwill or any second-hand thrift shop. There are a lot of places you can go. You can also go to the dollar store. Dollar Tree has them. Mason jars are the best for me because I like how the tops screw on. Also, another idea is clean your old product jars, which is a good idea and it's also cheap. Spaghetti jars, old glass jars, you finished some pickles or something, put it in some hot water in your sink and let it just sit there, and then just take off the label, and then you have a spell jar. I have so many of these. Any other type of container can be used for a spell jar. I do prefer glass and not plastic. Y'all better not be putting no conjure in no plastic jar. Again, use glass. So once you choose your jar, you're going to cleanse real good with Palo Santo, sage. This is all available in my shop. You can use sage or Palo Santo mist. I have that as well. You can paint your jar. You can put sigils in your jar, images, herbs, whatever you want in your own spell jar, okay? Step number 3, you're going to choose what you will put in your jar. Choose what you will put in your jar. What does it resonate with in your intention? There's not a limit on what you can choose, but it is a connection for your ultimate goal. Photographs, hair, nail clippings, other personal items that are crucial to your spell. Know this will be who you are casting a spell on. It can be for you or for someone else, okay? Then you will put everything in there, right? Everything in there. Written intention, prayer, song, because words have a lot of power, right? I have all types of intention papers in my home, cut up from name papers, which are a little smaller, to large paper for petitioning. Words have a lot of power. If you're speaking aid from a deity, what you're going to do in your spell, you can write a note for assistance or give them direction of what you want to do. And then you can create a spell jar for a deity as well. Now let's talk about the liquid. Y'all, nobody up under me, if my apprentices are watching this video, should be doing any type of blood magic. That's no blood magic at this time for any of my apprentices. Generally, the bottle will contain a liquid, but it is based off of your intent. Usually, sometimes some people don't put liquids in their jar. It does not have to have a liquid. I like that effect because I like to see it move, right? Ammonia jars, of course, ammonia, return to sender work, okay? Honey, sweetening jars or honey jars. Again, lemons for souring jars or anything like that. I also have my liquid babies. This is black water if I'm doing a hexen jar. Shut up if I want to do a shut up jar. These are all liquid babies. John the Conqueror liquid, okay? So I have a lot of liquids. Guys, if you know, and you in my apprenticeship, you probably know about my liquid babies. I call them my babies. First, let's talk about urine too. Shangri-La, okay? Now, urine is used for protection jars or jars to break a curse. And it can also be used for manipulation spells over others as well. Domination spells, just a little bit goes a long way. No, what I didn't say was fill up the glass full of piss. I ain't say that. Don't do that. A little bit goes a long way, a dropper full or so. Do not put a whole lot of urine in this spell jar. That's just disgusting, okay? Just a little bit. Then you can use liquids such as vinegar again. Vinegar is used to curse, to harm, to spoil a situation. Now, a safety note. This is for your safety. Vinegar jars can explode. Do you hear me? Vinegar jars can explode. So do not fill to the top, and make sure, do not fill it to the top with vinegar. You don't need much. It's like gas. It can explode. Once you do it, make sure you wrap in some type of cloth or towel unless you are burying it. You don't need to have a lot of liquid. Be careful with this. Next are honey or sugar jars, or some type of nectar is used when you want to compel something or someone, okay? If you're trying to be more persuasive or soothe someone's feelings and, you know, make them feel all right and sweeten them to your situation, that's more of a sweetening jar. Sweeten them up. The honey jar, sweetening jars contain sugars and brown sugars, stuff like that. A honey jar is a slower jar, so think of it like that. You can also use juice in this type of work as well. Sweet juice, apple juices, any kind of juice that's very sweet. All right. Honey slows the work down, but it's still sweetening. Sugar and brown sugars, that's a sugar jar. Okay. Next, we have an ammonia jar, which is used for cleansing, banishing work, starting anew with a clean slate, reversing something or change an outcome. This is ammonia. Y'all, word of caution. Never burn a candle on an ammonia jar. Okay? Never burn a candle on an ammonia jar. You don't place it near heat because it can explode or blow up. So don't place never, ever, ever any heat or fire on top of an ammonia jar. That's a safety tip for you. I can't stress enough. Naturally, you will base the jar off of your intent. I cannot stress this enough. You will base the jar off of the intent. Okay? Learn your herbs. Learn your herbs. Take a money jar. Put real money in it. Put ancestor money in it. Herbs that correspond with money, with prosperity, with abundance, with luck, etc., etc. Take water. Some people put water. Now, I don't recommend plain water. At the very least, filtered or spring water. I do sell ocean water, river water, pyramid water, war waters in my shop as well. Florida water is good for, and this is Florida water. I need to get some more. Florida water is good for cleansing, but remember, what you put in your jar must match the intent. What you put in your jar must match the intent, okay? Now, let's quickly talk about solid, tangible items. Now, for instance, to break a curse, you can use rusty nails, you can use glass shards, broken mirrors, any type of coffin nails. I do sell coffin nails in my shop. But again, put your fix on it. And it is all about what you and your intent shall and will be. Always know that it shall come to pass. Always know that you know that this jar is going to do what it said it's going to do. Your feeling is into it, everything about it, and you're going to work it. You're going to work it on a daily basis. You're going to work it, y'all. Don't just let it, don't do no jar, just let it sit there. It's going to be, I don't care how many jars you got. And then when it comes to pass, you either going to, if it's something that you pull into you, bury it in your front yard, bury it near you, all right? If it's something that you want to send away, take it to the crossroads and bury it, throw it out away from your home. That's because everybody don't have access to a crossroads. I get that. So just send it away from you. All right. Y'all, this is Spell Jars 101. This is just a little easy work. Soon you will be seeing me do spell jars. The first one I'm going to do is probably a honey jar. And then I'm going to do an ammonia jar as well to return some situations that I got going on. And that is it. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, support, share your girl channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, please post in the comments. Make it make sense though. Please be respectful of my time. If you like any client works, guys, visionsbyvasori.com. Any of my princesses, if you have any questions, just reach out. You know how we flow. And thank you guys for watching. Y'all do a spell jar. Do it. Don't be scared. Do you a spell jar. It's one of the easiest works you can flow with. Peace and blessings. Bye, y'all.